So when your audience gives you feedback on Talkadot, you can customize the experience and the questions that you ask. So these are some examples of what the feedback flow looks like to your users. But let's say you'd like to customize it. So here's what you do. You want to click on the code section on the left-hand side, and then click on add a code on the left-hand side. You can also click on this orange button, create a new code, goes to the exact same place. You've got two ways to customize it. For this, we're going to go advanced mode so you can get full customization experience. This is a feature that's available on our elite plan. So if you want full customization, you want to be an elite user. If you want moderate customization, you want to go on our pro plan. If you're on our free or our light plan, you have to go with our standard sequence, but don't worry, the standard sequence is amazing. But for this demonstration, we're going to customize. So we're going to create a thing here. Let's call it sales 202. Hit next. Now, in terms of customization, you've got a lot of options, okay? You can click here to make name and email required on our elite plan. If you want to see all the questions that are laid out, you can jump to our standard feedback flow. Now, the standard flow is created based upon research of what event planners are looking for. But let's say you don't want to ask this question, which is, a Rails session here was actionable. So you can click preview at any time to see what it looks like. You can hit this eyeball here and that will hide the question. So that icon right there lets you know that that is hidden. So you can use the eyeball to hide anything. As you're creating a question, if you want to hide it, you can click that eyeball there. But let's say you want to add a specific question that's unique to you. You can click on add a question and you have the option, let's go to preview here. You have the option of adding a yes, no question. Is Arel cool? I said bool. Is Arel cool? Yes or no. You have the ability to add an open-ended question. You know, what is the best food you ever eaten? Not that you would ask questions like that, but just so you can see that. You can ask a 5.1 to 5 scale. How good is or was Michael Jordan, right? Defense. I don't know where I'm going with this, but you understand we understand what's happening here, okay? You understand. You can do 1 to 5 scale, Likert scale, or you can do multiple choice. You know, so which one of my future talks would you like to hear? And then this is where you can say things like on sales, on leadership, on teamwork, on making muffins. That would be a very unique option, right? So you can put multiple options, multiple choice. So you have the ability to add multiple choice. You do all those things with the elite. With our pro plan, you can add up to 2 additional questions. With our elite plan, you can add up to 10 additional questions. So you just have a lot more availability. Now, we recommend keeping your feedback as quick as possible. Our standard feedback sequence, the one that's built into our system, has about a 99% success rate right now. So we've really dialed in the design of our survey. So keep it tight, keep it only the questions that are most important. But if you want to change any of the emoji questions that we have here, for example, was this session interactive? You can click this drop down from our 1 to 5 scale and change that to powerful. We recommend getting feedback on the questions that are most valuable to you. Now, if you're someone that's coming in to Talkadot and you're like, well, what's the best questions to ask? What's the best feedback flow? Then just go with our standard sequence, what's already pre-built for you. And then all you have to do is come into our system and add whatever bonus that you would like to add by either uploading it or posting a link. And our lead generation question, this is going to be important. If you don't want people to get a lead generation question when they're giving you feedback, maybe you're speaking to an audience where there's no one in the room that could potentially book you to speak, you could go ahead and turn that off, no problem. But you can also modify that. So I'm going to click preview right here so I can see what my audience sees. So our generic feedback, lead generation feedback question is, do you book paid speakers? However, let's say you're a speaker that's not interested at, you can say, are you interested in coaching services as an example? So now your lead generation question, which will go into your lead section. So everyone who answers these questions goes over your lead section. You can do yes, you can do no. You can have a third option, which is our referral-based question, someone who wants to introduce you to someone. You can hide that third option if you want. So you got a lot of flexibility with that plan. And you can really make this what you want it to be. Now, just keep in mind, if you change the first lead generation question, are you interested in coaching services? Go ahead and make sure the next question you change, because the default here is, would you like to book a role for a future paid speaking engagement? So if someone says, are you interested in coaching services? Would you like a free consultation with a rel? Yes, within the next 6 months. And again, you can change this whatever you like. So you have that full ability to make this your own. And again, if you're not quite sure what's the right questions to ask, you can trust that our research-based standard sequence is going to be absolutely what event planners need. And as you start using Talkadot, you might find that you want to change some of the wording a little bit, or you might want to change some of the responses to make it uniquely you, but you can 100% do that. And when you're done, you can just go through all of our steps here and get down to the end here where you can add your bonus. So let's say you don't want to add a bonus, you can add your social media. And then when you're done, our slide is created for you. And all you got to do is click download and you are good to go, my friends. So that is how you can customize your Talkadot feedback flow so you can ask the questions that are most important to you. And at any point, if you want to see what it looks like and you're doing all these questions and you're going back to preview form and you want to see what it looks like from the audience perspective, all you got to do is click on this preview button right here, and then it'll pull up exactly what your audience will see. So if you don't like the flow of it, go ahead and close it and make any changes you need to make. And now you have full access to customizing Talkadot to make it as unique as you are. Or if you want to go with what works, just go with our standard sequence. Either way, you're going to be good to go.